streaming.
I gotta.
Hopefully this works. Okay. We're live streaming right now, but so people should be able to see us.
Hello, America. Huge week for Iron Giant and on Pops.
Oh, because
Iron Giant featured character in Ready Player One. Next week's episode of Unpops, which we've taped.
We Iron Giant someone.
We Iron Giant someone, and I would really like to see this one.
We deserve it.
Fuck with the party in question. Like I want to see headlines about it.
Yeah. I want there to be some beef between us and the Lumineers.
Don't say that.
Well, there's barely anyone watching right now. I
All
assume. I still have to go give people the link. Although they should know we're just here. And maybe they do. Maybe they're already watching. The fuck do I know? Hey, there we are.
Where do you post the polls on the Patreon?
Yeah. Which we actually just started doing it that way. We used to do them on Facebook. Are you looking for the poll for the musicals one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be on the Unpops. Or actually, no, it's a Facebook group, so you probably won't.
I hashtag deleted Facebook.
I'm close to it. I just have so much stuff to promote. But
yeah, that's tough for you as a content creator.
I just wrote a pretty scathing article about deleting.
I did it after we did one of the podcasts we did. Maybe it was with Michael when we were just talking about like the state of how information.
Yeah.
I did it right before the whole Cambridge Analytica thing happened. I did it like 2 days before. I was really on the ground level.
Is this it? Should be the same link, though.
Oh, shush. Oh, shush on you.
How do I find the fucking link for this thing? Like, I need to go out to our page and get the link.
If you click on well, do you right click on it? No, just like on the main screen. Audience at home, if you're wondering why I like Big Brother so much, this is it. This is all you do. You watch two people sitting in silence. And they're just like, all right, yeah, I think we should vote for this person next week. Yeah, okay. 5 more minutes of silence.
Okay.
Did you see Annihilation?
I still haven't yet.
Oh, man.
I need to. I haven't had time
Yeah.
to see any movies, and it's fucking frustrating.
Yeah.
I still haven't even seen Black Panther like a fucking racist.
Oh, well, that's racist.
Yeah. Hey, puppy.
I'm probably going to check out Ready Player One tomorrow.
I don't know if I want to see it.
Everyone said, like, all the reviews are pretty good.
Really?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I read the book. I don't quite understand. Like, I understand a bit of, like, why people are hating on this thing. I think it's, like, an easy thing to gang up on.
Uh-huh.
The book is, like, I read the book. It's all right. It's, like, not the best. It's far from the best book ever.
Yeah, I've never...
I think there's, like, a good idea. There's a good idea in it, which is, hey, what if in 20 years or 10 years, whatever it is, everyone is just on the internet all the time, and there's like the VR technology is such that everyone just sits in their house all day with these VR glasses on, and they're just in this VR world all day long. From there, there's what? Yeah, I think that's an interesting Black Mirror concept. From there, it's like all references to like movies from the 80s.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Check it out.
Wasn't there a Bruce Willis movie like that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What was that? It was recent.
Yeah, like 5 years ago or so. Like there's like a ton of copies of Bruce Willis. I just remember that on the poster.
Was it Looper?
No.
That's not what Looper was about.
Looper is about looping, bro.
Get looped.
Get looped. IMDb. Bruce Campbell. Later. It was Red 2.
Was Red 2?
No. Surrogates.
Surrogates. There it is.
Surrogates, 2009. I should watch this movie. It's an hour and 29 minutes. My favorite length for a film. 79 minutes or 89 minutes. Trivia. The film takes place in 2017.
Oh, great. Okay, so that's Alex's list. So which one did you want to drop? Lamppost?
Yeah, put in Dominies. The opening credits, interspersed with futuristic news footage, run to almost 4 minutes in length.
That's too long.
So we have an 89-minute movie that has a 4-minute opening credit sequence. That's like fake newscasts. Oh gosh, that is a good movie.
Okay, we are already? I don't know why I did that on this computer. You ever eaten at a Casey's General Store?
No.
It's living.
It's lit.
That is. I've never had Round Table. I hear people talk about it all the time.
It's pretty good. I don't. It's pretty good. It's got a nice spice to it, like a spicy sauce. I don't know if that's like a West Coast thing or not.
Where you at, Alex? Oh, he's. Hey, Angie. Yep. Can you go down and get Alex?
All right, I'm gonna go. To the whiz.
Okay.
Is he in the lobby, did he say?
Yeah, he's in the lobby.
Okay.
Shit talking starting already.
So many good internet comments.
Hmm?
So many good internet comments. Stuff that would only apply to the person typing.
Yeah, the comments typically just turn into them talking amongst themselves.
And the show is us talking amongst ourselves.
Hmm?
And the show is us talking amongst ourselves.
Very true. Alright, so I have everyone's lists written down. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. We did best chain restaurants,
Oh, that's different.
which was I believe was the first
Oh.
cast we ever did.
Yeah. Do you listen to excuse me, Doughboys?
Uh-uh.
It's a podcast where they go to one chain restaurant every week, and they just do a whole podcast about it. They have a guest. They all go out. They don't say it at the restaurant, but they'll go out. They'll like try and sample as much of the menu as possible, and they just talk about their experience. It's not
Very
bad.
nice.
It's not bad, but it's like very LA comedy, and it's just like
Edit that out, Brett.
not editing this one.
This one is a bitch to edit.
Why?
For one thing, they're usually really long.
Oh,
But
okay. because it's a
might-
long, hearty
I
discussion
might
about.
start putting like a shorter version of it up for free, and then putting the full version on Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. All right, I'm gonna go take this back out there, and smoke, and then we'll get started.
Okay, I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh.
That's how I want to be greeted every time.
Hello.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah. Sorry about the other day when I was like dead all of a sudden. With
Oh
the flu.
no.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, yeah. My temperature, like, it started that morning, and I was like, I can just push through this, and then no. Yeah. But yeah, very excited. I like
How's it
your,
going?
Broncos hat. It's good hat.
It's a great hat.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I was in North Carolina last week
Oh,
and a half. It
cool.
was great.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Oh, did you do that class yet?
Yeah, I did.
How was that?
It was cool. I think I I want to get better at teaching.
It's hard.
It's like an actual skill, and it's which I knew, but I just like want to get reps at teaching. Because I think I did fine. I just like I like knew the content pretty well, but there's like teaching skills I could work on.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, I did a bunch of improv coaching in my life,
Yeah.
and it's really hard. And you just feel like you're talking to nobody the whole time. Or at least I felt like I was just like, there's no one checking that anything I'm saying is right, and
Yeah.
everything.
Right.
It's on me to fill every open second with like thoughtful critique and be right 100% of the time. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they were the group of, I keep wanting to call them kids, but they're grown people. They were like really nice and like, but kind of to the point where they didn't really push back a lot. So like that like talking to yourself kind of thing. Yeah, it was there a bit. Yeah.
Were you hoping
But
for
then I got way into it. So it's
Okay.
yeah. And they like warmed up by the end, and then I was
Yeah.
like, if we have more time,
Was it just like a 1-day workshop?
Yeah, I did a 1-day sketch workshop and a 1-day like general podcasting concepts.
I mean, there's only so much you can like
Yeah.
dive deep in those hours, in like 3 hours or whatever, however long
Right.
it is anyway.
Yeah, 3 hours. Yeah.
It's a good time.
And there were a lot of like, it was a mix of like UNC students and just people from around, so it was cool.
Any dookies?
No, and Durham's not far away. I was curious.
Yeah,
why
aren't they
didn't,
like
but
30 miles away from each other? Something like that.
Not even. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like 15 maybe. Yeah. But it's the theater's like next to, if you know Chapel Hill, like Franklin Street.
I've never been.
Oh, okay.
I've never been.
It's like
it
next
seems
to
very
campus,
nice.
yeah.
Like in my head, it's very beautiful.
It's great. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's my regret with my life is that like, well, not my regret because my parents are like, well, you're not going, but like I would have liked to have applied to more like East Coast schools
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and or schools that had sports. 'Cause my school is like, we've got diving and
Diving.
women's
So
lacrosse.
specific.
It's by the sea,
Oh, yeah, there you go.
but you can't even dive into the sea. We had a pool.
Yeah. Right. It's not like cliff diving or something. Yeah. Yeah. It was fun to have Syracuse
Oh,
Sports.
you were there, and you were there during the Tuna Mill tournament.
Well, it was weird. Like my first 2 years, they were in the NIT both years, and it was seen as like the darkest hour of Syracuse sports ever. And then my senior year, they were #1 in the country briefly. That was cool. Like a cool thing. Yeah. But then they chilled out after that. Yeah. They ran into Blake Griffin in the tournament, and he like crushed him like physically. Like.
How's it going, man?
Hey, good. I'm sorry I'm a little late.
Oh, no problem.
And, yeah.
That is a hallmark of this podcast. Someone's always late. Usually it's me. That's the first episode it was that we just recorded. It was me.
Generally, it's never me. I'm always 30 minutes early everywhere I
You
go.
were highly early.
Yeah.
But so was John Fahey. We recorded at 5:30, and John Fahey got here at like 2:15 in the afternoon today.
Yeah.
It was great. All right. Are we ready? Alex, talk quick.
Yeah, hello. I'm excited to talk about pizza. It's been a
Hey,
great time.
it's recording your voice.
Whoa.
Can you believe that?
It's not on the air, is it? I'm just checking it out.
Huh?
Are we on the air or are you just checking it out?
Well, we're live streaming.
Oh, so I'm like visible and stuff.
You are. Watch
Hey.
that. Well, you can't see it because I have just the comments pulled up, but
You can't.
Hello,
Don't say
There we is.
America.
pussy fart.
there we are. There's a little bit of a delay. That's why I don't show people the video because they get
yeah.
confused.
If anyone's ever called into a talk radio show, they say, turn down the radio. Don't listen to yourself. It's on
Exactly.
delay. You can't. But people do anyways. I did the first time I called into a show.
I feel like I hear that especially on sports talk radio. It'll be like some guy like really bloviating about the team, and you hear him.
The
like,
Phillies are gonna go to the World Series.
Yeah, we need to fire Dave Wanstead. He's a terrible. And then like it's
Cole Hamels is the most underrated pitcher of his generation.
yeah.
I don't know why I'm obsessed with Philadelphia baseball.
Oh, let me turn
But
my
I am.
phone off so it doesn't.
You hear what happened
You're a
at the
Philly fan?
No. You hear what happened at Dodger Stadium last night?
I heard
The
it.
end
I heard
of
sewage.
the
like, spilled
sewage.
all over.
During the 5th inning, 2 sewage pipes, not like freshwater pipes, sewage pipes erupted underneath the field, and poop water came rushing up and then flooded the Dodgers dugout
Did any of the
in a symbolic.
corpses of the Mexicans whose community they built their stadium on top of float up also, like in Poltergeist?
It was not clear.
Probably.
Likely.
All right. Should we get started? This is going to be so much fun.
I'm thrilled about this topic.
And I'll go through the
to do
list.
it.
I'll go through the rules and how it works once we're
All right.
on the show. That's what I meant to say. I don't know why I got so confused there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, I
All
see.
right.
You mean like we're already live streaming, and you'll go through the rules when we're taping the podcast element.
Yeah, we've started the
Great.
video. We just haven't technically started the podcast.
Yeah.
But we're about to start it right now. Hey,
Oh, man.
everybody. Welcome to
Oh.
Listcast.
Double hello, America.
Air
It's-
horn, air horn, air horn.
It is back. We took some time off from doing Listcast for a while, but now we're back at it. It's one of my favorite podcasts on the network. It's a lot of fun. There's usually fighting and arguing. Brett and Alex are going to fight today with fists.
That's why we're positioned like this, so
Yeah.
we can reach.
Yeah.
We're positioned with like 2 Irish like fisticuff men on a poster with their sort of arms, you know.
Fisticuff men.
The YouTube people.
Right.
Get it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can
Right.
see that.
Great podcast.
Hey, Alex Schmidt's here.
Yeah, it's so good to be here, man.
So
Thanks
good
for
to have
having
you.
me. Yeah.
This is when was the last time you did an Unpops podcast?
I was going to do one a few weeks ago, and then I came down with the flu, and you were very gracious about me bailing. And then I think I did it.
I just think it's funny because like, what would Adam do? Like, fuck you, Alex. Did you fucking tear show your
flu. This time of year, a likely story.
Michael Jordan played in the finals.
Can I like?
You can't do a podcast. It's like, yeah, of course.
It's
That's what I should have done. Yeah, that would have been way
You're
funnier.
a friend, man. We're just be like, yeah, man, feel better.
honestly like that Jordan thing. You're a little bit in my head. Like I have that thought every time I have the flu. I'm like,
Everyone
he did
should.
it.
Everyone should.
Scotty carried him through a few timeouts, but like he did it. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Probably February.
Yeah.
Maybe a little before. Yeah. It's great to be back.
Been a long time. Thanks
Yeah,
for
yeah.
doing it. And Brett's here.
Hit it, Brett. Oh, you know the hardest thing about being me is I play this song 3 times a week. And that's the name of the show, Unpopular Opinion, with your host, Oprah Winfrey.
You get a dolphin. You get a dolphin.
This
All
is
right.
the part you can cancel it. Just cut it. Do it live. Fuck it.
Fuck
I
it.
feel so weird I don't have my soundboard in front of me, but I
Yeah.
figured this was a soundboard-free show. Yep.
But it's not.
Okay.
I'm manning the soundboards this time.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
We're talking about the best pizza chains today. It's going to be a
Yes.
highly contentious topic. I have no doubt about that.
It's going to be an appetizing topic.
I get it.
No,
I
like,
get what you did there.
like-
We
I-
can talk about contentious, appetizing toppings.
That, yeah.
That's our next episode. All
The
3
best pizza
toppings.
That one would be fun too. I'm going to go through the rules quick
Salami.
for eggs.
No. Breakfast pizzas are disqualified. All right, please go through the rules. I've never listened to this podcast.
I'm going to go through the rules for people who have never been on the podcast or listened to this podcast before. It's really simple. We each brought 5 picks for best pizza chain in the world. And we're going to go through those picks one at a time and just explain, why we picked it, why we think it belongs on a list of the 5 best pizza chains of all time. But we each brought 5 picks. So after we're done going through them all, that's going to be 15. And that's a long fucking list.
That is for this topic, especially because there's really only 3.
Yeah, there's really only 3. But
4, maybe 5.
well, big chains, but
Yeah,
they're smaller chains.
There are really only like 4 national pizza chains,
Right.
and there's a lot of regional ones. So if we don't hit up your region, I think we're gonna try and cover it. Everyone here has lived all over the country. We have 2 Midwestern babies right here.
Right?
I'm from
Oh,
the
yeah.
West Coast.
West Coast.
Yeah, and we've lived on the East Coast.
Yes,
I've lived on the East Coast, too. Yep.
So we're gonna
Yes.
try and represent
Should've
some
pointed
more
everywhere.
regional like chains as well.
Right.
But we'll get them all.
Yeah.
And if we don't, who cares?
But because there aren't that many great pizza chains, it'll make the second part of the podcast really easy. That's the part where we each take turns kicking 2 picks off the list. You don't have to kick your own off the list. Most people don't. Some weirdos do. I did on the episode we just recorded. I kicked one of my own things off the list. But that'll bring us down to a list of 9. And then someone in the audience gets to save something that we cut.
Oh my gosh.
We have to. What word should we? How about just pizza? First person to comment the word pizza gets to do the save at the end of this podcast. So get after it.
Oh, like they comment it right now.
They're gonna whoever's first. It's usually Ann
watching
Bankson. I am watching it. Oh wait, are there more? Are there more comments already? Could it be?
I don't know, man. This hasn't updated in like a few minutes. Great podcast. So
'Cause this,
I'm going to be in
Well, I mean, we edit this stuff out.
Liam
There-
Webster.
Liam Webster.
Liam Webster.
If Liam
First.
Webster disappears, Chris L is doing our save. But Liam Webster, don't die in the next hour.
Yo,
we
like-
Hang in
need you,
there.
pal. So then after he saves one, that gives us a list of 10, and then we put it to the listeners, and they vote for the top 5.
Nice.
We got a nice little trophy that the person who comes in first gets to take home. It's a thumbs up. We have them packed away somewhere. I'll find them, though. Well, I'll ship them out to you.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Ship it to me.
So, who wants to go first? Should I go first? I mean, it's really a simple concept. You just, whatever your first pick, and we don't have
Sure.
to go in order.
Sure.
You don't have to.
Or we
this-
do we each do our
Yeah.
5, or does each person go one? Like
We do one at a time.
One at a time,
So
great.
I'll do a pick, then you do a pick,
Okay,
then
sure.
so on. So I'll start.
Yeah, great.
Who am I going to go with? I'm going to go controversial right out of the gate and say Chuck E. Cheese is one of the best pizza chains in the country. Just for the babysitting, if nothing else. It's such an iconic place to take a... Like, if you've never had a Chuck E. Cheese birthday party, what the fuck's wrong with your parents, man?
The thing
Like,
is with
not
Chuck E.
once in
Cheese-
your life they didn't spring for the $40 to get you some tokens and some average pepperoni pizza?
The thing is with Chuck E. Cheese, and this is my fault. It's not really totally my fault. It's aging's fault. I can't place in my mind if the pizza, because I haven't been in probably 2 decades. So I'll believe whatever you say about it.
Oh, the pizza? It's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
They sell beer there. You can drink, though.
Yeah.
How cool is that? They cut you off after 2 because they're assuming you're there with a group of children, which you goddamn well better be.
How do they enforce that? Is there like a hand stamp thing, a wristband?
They put a for the beer, they just watch you, and as you get drunker, they're just like, nope.
Well, then you gotta fucking wait for the shift to change over.
Then you just send the kid up to get you one. Usually,
yeah.
Right.
I think you're with an adult, obviously.
I do like their security measures. They stamp each hand with invisible ink, and on the way out, the hand of the child has to match the stamp on the hand of the adult accompanying them.
Whoa.
Otherwise, you could just be taking a kid.
There have been some accidents.
Why? Because that is amazing to hear. Because like, not to reveal myself as a total weirdo, but I'm pretty sure I've never been to Chuck E. Cheese. Like, I didn't have birthday there as a kid, and I
Wow.
don't think I like went to one either. We had Enchanted Castle in our area. I don't know if that's a thing that anyone knows. And
I've
we
never
also
heard of
had,
that.
We had Discovery Zone,
Yeah,
and there was a Leaps and Bounds at one point too,
Well,
but we didn't have Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm in California. It's the center of Southern California, entertainment capital of the world, baby. I had the Chuck E. Cheese. I had the DZ Discovery Zone.
Yeah.
Laser tag.
Oh, nice.
Mini putt.
What about Showbiz? Did anyone have a Showbiz pizza? Which was
No.
It was like the precursor. Like Showbiz was the first band, and then Chuck E. Cheese like split off and started his own band, and then
Oh, really?
Showbiz Pizza
Showbiz is like the Pete
was
Best
the
of
same thing.
pizza.
Yeah, there was a bear front in the band instead of a rat or whatever Chuck E. Cheese is.
I believe he's a rat.
But Showbiz was the exact same thing. But I like the concept. Like it's fun. Like it's a fun place to take a kid for their birthday because as an adult, you can still rock out some video games. It's like it's the reason Dave and Buster's exists.
Yeah, it's essentially Dave and
Yes.
Buster's, but it's a little bit more child oriented.
There's not a gigantic bar in the middle of it, unlike Dave and Buster's.
Or multiple bars, yeah.
Right. But the pizza, it's fine. But I don't know. Chuck E. Cheese is a birthday institution, and I'm glad we have it for now. I'm sure they're probably close to being out of business.
Oh, I'm sure they may
Yeah.
have bought out by Bain Capital, like Toys R Us.
Mitt Romney,
Toys R Us, probably not.
Mitt Romney like sells the rat for parts. You know, like the big animatronic rat.
It's because millennials don't like rats.
Millennials killed Chuck E. Cheese. It's true. I didn't even see what the comments were saying.
Oh,
about
who
that
cares?
pick. Oh, I'm sure
Well,
they're
they-
angry.
It is like birthday pizza party rules. Like, it's just great. It's always
Yeah.
good. So like any place that caters to that is awesome. Really
Yeah,
good.
and when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
take kids there, they don't give a fuck about the pizza, so you get to just scarf that shit down and be like, "Man, you missed it. It was
Yeah.
a party."
Well,
Sorry.
And as a parent, like your kid's all distracted with all the joy of the place, you know, so you get to like chill out. That's like an oasis. You know?
Yeah.
It's good.
Take a book,
I
just
assume.
hang.
Yeah.
Oh, can I tell you, while we're on the subject of
Yes.
birthday places, because I'm from LA, baby, Kobe Bryant, fucking Jared Goff, the fucking LA Lakers. I lived about an hour away in a suburb, and DZ Discovery Zone, Chuck E. Cheese. They have all these, concepts for like a way to have a kid's party for the day. I lived in like this test region. They only built one of these called Club Disney, and they bought out this huge giant space, and it was like a Discovery Zone. Essentially, it had like a bit of arcades. It had
Yeah.
some like jungle climbing stuff. It had the pizza. It had all that stuff, but it was fully owned and operated by Disney, and it was all Disney stuff. There, this was.
Whoa.
And it was really, really awesome concept, and I really enjoyed it. And they had this like whole lounge with laptops and computers and stuff for the parents and stuff. It was really good. And it eventually closed, and they never expanded it more than just the single location. But it was Disney being like, should we get into the Chuck E. Cheese Discovery Zone business?
Interesting.
The answer was no. But as a kid, it was really great. They did. I mean, it's Disney. Like if you've been to a Disneyland, you know, like they're not Magic Mountain where it's like you're gonna die here because no one cares if you're buckled in. Disneyland is like a really it's a really curated experience. Really safe. Like the whole thing is like really incredible. Anyways.
Yeah, I feel because Disney's brand, I feel like it's like they build miniature cities, you know. So it's a huge step down for them to do like plastic tubes and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it was so much nicer than that. Like imagine the
man.
nicest version of that Chuck E. Cheese Discovery Zone sort of concept.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Nice. So that's my first pick, Chuck E. Cheese. Who wants to go next?
I should just go now with Discovery Zone probably because that's
Yeah, I
on top
don't
of-
know what Discovery Zone is.
okay.
It's
So
like
Because
More-
I'm older than you two.
Yeah. Yeah.
well,
if you will.
so this is a magical place. Also, I mentioned Enchanted Castle before. It's basically Chuck E. Cheese, but the theme is like Arthurian stuff. It's really good. Anyway, so Discovery Zone was like a perfect storm of 90s stuff because also I Googled them and learned more about them in advance of this. And Discovery Zone was like partly bought out and eventually owned by Blockbuster Video. So this is how 90s were getting.
Pain.
It's right. It's like the perfect combination of all these things. And there was a similar place called Leaps and Bounds that like Discovery Zone kind of ate and bought out, you know. But the idea was you have this like hamster habitat of plastic tubes, and then you just run through them all day, and it's like all you do.
Zip lines and slides. There was one.
Right.
There was one here. It was pretty dope.
They're fantastic, and there's like ball pits and slides and just constant physical activity. And then all of your birthday friends and you sit down with like a giant square cut pizza. And you know how like if you work out a lot and you're hungry a lot, and then you finally get to eat it, like tastes amazing. Like I have no idea what that pizza actually tastes like. I just know it was really good on birthday kind of situations. It was great. Yeah.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, I
And
think
they-
I saw Discovery Zones when I was younger, but I think it started a little late for me to have ever wanted a birthday party there.
Yeah, it was the place I wanted. Like that was
Yeah.
all I wanted to do for a birthday. They had like a little bit of arcade stuff, and then you could trade the tickets in for like toys, kind of like Chuck E.
Whoopee
Cheese or
cushion
whatever.
something like that.
Yeah, and they had like these it's like a little foam model of a World War II plane. Have you guys ever seen those? It's like just two pieces for the fuselage and the wings, and then a little propeller, and it's like 5 tickets. It's really cheap, and so I would just get like a ton of those planes and
And it
throw
had,
them
like, a
around
little
my
plastic
house like a nut.
propeller,
It was
yeah.
great.
Nice.
So the party continued from there, but like the pizza really worked in the middle. It was great, really good.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, and it started. I believe it started and ended in the 90s. Like it was a brief flame, like it came and went very quick.
Yeah, you don't see them now. Like,
yeah, I think
don't-
according to Wikipedia, I think it ended in like 99, like something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Y2K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made all those slides. not
Didn't
work.
update their computers in time.
Yeah.
And the idea was also fitness, because also it said that one of the early supporters of it was Billie Jean King. And the idea was like, oh, we'll get kids like moving around and fit and stuff, which is great. But also they filled us with pizza. It was
Yeah.
amazing. Really good. Yeah.
That's how Planet Fitness works now. The $10 a month gym, Planet
pizza?
Fitness.
Yeah.
They have a Monday night pizza night.
Hell yeah.
No way.
Yeah, they do. It's pretty fucking great. Brett, what's your first pick?
All right. First I'm going to talk about the least of my suggestions for the evening. Two Bros Pizza or Two Brothers Pizza. It's a New York Manhattan staple.
New York?
It's a chain in New York City. It might be elsewhere. Pardon me, but this place, you get your regular New York slice, but the slices are $1.
What?
And you can get a can of soda for $1. So all you need to walk in is $2, $3. And there's like 30 of these peppered around Manhattan. And if you're a poor person, if you just need cheese and sauce and bread in your mouth for as quickly as possible, for as cheap as possible, Two Bros Pizza. They're all around
Yeah.
the Isle of Manhattan, and it's not bad. I mean, it's New York pizza, but it's like they're just cranking it out. There's like 7 guys in there, and they're just literally, it's just like it's like a conveyor belt essentially.
Like the kid from Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, exactly. So it's just, if you've lived in New York, you have those nights where maybe you're drinking too much alcohol, or maybe you have those days where you're like, I'm feeling sad. I need to fill that sadness with cheese, and I only have $1 on me. And maybe I want a Sprite too. I have $2. So it's a great idea. The concept of New York pizza in New York, but as cheap as fucking possible. Two Bros Pizza. I'm out.
As cheap as it should be. Because
Well,
New York pizza's trash.
Well, because Dollar Pizza is also like a species of pizza, and Two Brothers does it the best, in my opinion. Because there's other places that do it, but Two Brothers was more solid at that level.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
They expanded,
Yeah.
really good.
And
Yeah, I don't
always-
think
always
I've
pack
ever eaten there. I was in Manhattan for quite a while when I lived in New York, but I don't think I ever.
Well, then, were you really?
Yeah,
Were you
apparently
really?
not. I mean, I saw a rat at a Dunkin' Donuts, so that's close.
Yeah.
That's a New York
late.
experience.
It was Chuck E. Cheese on the way to work.
All right,
There's
Two
a lot of
Bros.
those.
That's a
Yeah.
good pick. What am I gonna go with next? I'll do a kind of local or regional chain also. I don't know if Alex will remember this place or if they had it in Chicago, but it's a place called Monocle's.
Monica's?
It's
Like
Monica,
a
but with
monocle, like a fancy man?
Monica, but with an L at the end.
but pronounced
Monocles.
like monocle.
Monocles, yeah.
Like a little glasses for one eye.
Right. And
Right.
here's the thing about monocles. There's always there's the debate about New York style pizza versus Chicago style pizza.
It's not a debate.
Well, here's the thing. People always associate Chicago pizza with stuff like deep dish pizza. But the most common type of pizza in the Midwest is, I think they sometimes call it tavern style, where it's a really thin crust and it's cut into squares.
Yes, correct.
And
Sicilian.
That's the real one.
And that's what I think of when it comes to Chicago pizza. And Monocle's is just a chain I fucking grew up with. There's still like 50 or 60 of them in the Midwest. And it's that kind of pizza. It's this flat, almost like a cracker sort of texture. It's really crispy. It never gets soggy.
Okay, yeah.
And it's just a goddamn delight. And I grew up eating there. It was the first place I found out my mom ever smoked. We were at Monocle. She was like in her 30s and all of a sudden just went to the cigarette machine at Monocle's and bought cigarettes. And I was like, what the fuck? When did this start?
For the audience, cigarette machines existed. Like a
They
vending
did, yeah.
machine. You had to pull on a knob.
Exactly. I wish they still existed in some cases. They're very handy. But yeah, I don't know. We'll go to the comments and see if anyone even knows what the fuck Monocle's is. Yeah, I guess maybe you had to grow up in Peoria.
Two guys are arguing about scotch.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of what these comments turn into.
Yeah.
I got one solid pick, ATB. Hey, thanks. Monocle's is good. It's good. If you're ever in the Midwest.
I must say, I mean, and Alex mentioned it earlier, there is something magical, something that blows your mind, your idea of physics and architecture and space about a square
It's thrilling.
slice of pizza.
It's great.
It's great.
What? Mom, this is a square, not a triangle. It's crazy.
It feels more democratic to me. Like everyone can have more pizza somehow. You know what I mean?
And
Also, you don't need that crust.
yeah, you get those really
Can
dope
I-
middle pieces with no crust.
Yeah,
Can
Oh,
I say
man.
something for a minute?
Yeah.
To everyone who's like, the crust is the best part. You're wrong!
You're so wrong.
If the crust was the best part, then why are you eating pizza? Then just have crust.
Right.
Just have plain crust from Wonder Bread.
Get breadsticks. Go to Olive Garden. Get soup and breadsticks if crust is the best part.
Yeah. Also, I have not had Monocle's specifically, but that is 100%. I get so frustrated when everyone is like, "Oh, you're from the Chicago area? What's the best deep dish pizza that I should eat?" And my answer is none of it, because that's like a crazy meal to have. Like you can do it once in a while,
Yeah.
if you like plan extensively.
Yeah,
If
I
you-
don't know if do people think that like people in the Midwest are just downing Chicago deep dish all the time? 'Cause
It would,
no,
it would be like eating Thanksgiving dinner all the time. you can't like have a turkey ready. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can't. It's an enormous pizza that takes all of the time to make and all of the energy to eat. And like the actual thing we do,
and they're like
around,
$35 each.
right? It's crazy. Yeah. And then
And you can't even have the best part of pizza is like seeing how many slices you can have. And you can only have one because one
Right.
slice is like 4
Yeah,
slices.
I mean,
of-
I love Chicago deep dish pizza, but last time I was in Chicago, I ordered one at my hotel. I had it delivered, and the minute it arrived, I was like, "This was a mistake."
Yeah.
Like, what am I staying here for a week? I'm not going to eat this whole fucking thing.
was
when
it?
I went to
oh
Chi-
yeah,
I
just
went
you.
to
You can't do
Chicago.
that. Yeah.
I went to Chicago a few years ago, and we were like, "Well, we gotta just order. We'll just order some Chicago deep dish like directly to our hotel." I had like one slice.
Yeah. The thing to
Cram it in the
do
bag.
is like square cut. I don't like it quite that crispy like you're describing, but I like
Yeah.
like square cut, thin to regular sized crust, and like a lot of cheese.
Yep.
And just real smooth, real good. And you can get it basically everywhere in the area. Like all the local places do it. That's
Right.
great.
Yeah, that's how a lot of delivery pizza is. It's like that
Yeah.
square cut tavern style in the Midwest, and it's so fucking good.
Yeah, that's what people like actually eat in real life.
Yeah.
It's like it's like not a, it's like this like weird myth that's like
Right.
it would be like if everybody was like, "Hey, I'm coming to LA. What's the best like
What celebrities? do you hang
Peking
out
duck
with
to
every-
eat?" I'm like, "What? That's not what we eat every day, man. I don't know what you're talking
Which,
about."
which celebrity do you see every day?
right. Yeah.
So that's my pick, monocles.
Great.
Who's next? Alex.
Yeah, why don't I want to go national because I feel like it's time. And Papa John's, man. Papa John's.
Thank you.
Is an enormous chain pizzeria.
It
And
is.
I don't know about you guys, but like I remember growing up, my neighborhood and my area would like occasionally have a chain come in, you know what I mean? Like they had been elsewhere and finally they show up. When Chipotle finally showed up, it was like an atom bomb. Like everyone needed to go to Chipotle immediately, even though we already had burrito places. And Papa John's showed up, and then suddenly that was all anybody wanted for a while. Like that is the pizza we're going to get for every party, everything ever. And I enjoy their stuff. They have a relatively sweet tasting pizza, and that's like
It is
that's like a
sweet,
very
yep.
smooth thing to me. I like round, friendly flavors. Like I'm not that into spice. I'm not that into crazy stuff. Like just this is enjoyable, you know. And also the cheesy sticks are pretty good.
Their cheesy sticks are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Someone has said in the comments that Papa John's gives you a garlic sauce.
The garlic sauce is the thing.
to dip.
It's great.
To dip your
Yeah,
your crust in. That's a good idea.
I should have led with that. It's amazing.
It is. Well, that's the thing that does it for me for Papa John's is that
Coats.
fucking garlic sauce.
yeah.
Feel it coating your arteries as it slides down your.
But it's
esophagus.
like it's the same thing as when people are like, "Oh, crust is the best part." Yeah, if it's dipped in a bunch of fucking garlic butter,
right.
it's absolutely a good part of the pizza. But otherwise, it's just trash you give to the dog.
Yeah.
But-
and also if you're not me and you're like, oh, I need something really spicy. Well, good news because Papa John's throws in like that weird pepper thingy.
Why do they do that?
I have no idea. It's disgusting. But other people seem to like it.
I want to have
the
just
pepperoncini farmers of America.
Is that what it's called?
No, I don't know. Just like
No,
I
is
would-
it a pepperoncini? Oh, pepperoncini. Yeah,
pepperoncini.
there's
Yeah,
some. Great.
if I knew someone who had ever eaten that pepper, I would have them on this podcast just to talk about like why, what were the circumstances, was it the
I've
only
never.
food in the house?
Right.
What made you eat the pepper?
Because it's clearly not intended to go over like the whole pizza because there's
No.
not enough. But like you wouldn't just eat that straight up by itself once, right? Like
No.
it seems weird to me. It's like the worst mint for
It's a
after or
weird touch.
something.
It needs to just be another
Yeah.
garlic sauce.
Yeah, but beyond that, Papa John's super solid pizza. As I understand it, the owner's like kind of a nut and
Yeah,
is
he's
in
a
league
piece of
with
shit.
Peyton Manning, and I don't like any of that.
They kissed
but
on the lips
everything else is
during
great.
the Super Bowl. Google it.
Well, I
it's
support love, but
sweet.
not.
Yeah, not really. It's sweet, but also like there's like a bite to it as well.
Yeah,
Like a peppery bite. It's like not spicy, but it's peppery.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the cheesy sticks, like it shouldn't work. It's basically a pizza minus several elements, but somehow it's like better. It's great. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, the cheesy sticks are just cheese and that garlic sauce.
Yeah.
basically.
It's like a deconstructive kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
it would be art if it wasn't Papa John's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would,
Papa
be
John's
like,
is way
wow.
underrated to me.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing Papa John wants to deconstruct is voting laws.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Brett, what's your next pick?
I'm from the West Coast, baby. West Coast, the best coast. Left Coast is the best coast. So
If you
I
just
wanna
like to
take
stop
you-
there, like that's it. Like
I want to invite you into a kitchen, a California pizza kitchen. California Pizza Kitchen's all right. It's a restaurant. It's like this is a restaurant. They give you glass plates, which is probably the only
Classy.
only place amongst these 15 rabble rousers who will do such a thing. And also it's a very sweet dough, like Papa John's. I would say it's a sweet dough. The pizza's not bad though. And the thing is though, I guess you can probably order like a large size pizza, but when you order their pizza's the standard size is like a personal pizza.
yeah.
Right.
So, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like they have lots of they mess around with the form, with the flavors a lot. I feel that they were probably a bit of a trailblazer when it came to like, oh, let's have a barbecue chicken pizza, or
I can't support
let's
that,
have a
but you're probably
south,
right.
a southwestern, chicken and tortilla strips.
Yeah, that's not
pizza
real
or whatever.
pizza.
It's not, but it's worth noting.
True.
It's worth etching into stone
What I like,
next to Abraham Lincoln and William Randolph Hearst in North Carolina.
What?
I don't know.
what I like about CPK is they also, I think they're definitely the only one on this list that does this, but they make a mean frozen pizza.
Oh.
You can get a
Yeah.
California Pizza Kitchen frozen pizza. They have a pepperoni one that also has like Roma tomatoes on it.
He's from Roma.
a Roma tomato.
I've never had their frozen pizza.
Their frozen pizzas are legit.
Is it similar? Does it taste pretty similar to the in-store experience?
It's actually kind of what I was just describing with monocles. It's like a really thin, crispy crust.
It's a freeze better.
Yeah, it's the freezer. You take it out of the freezer. You put
perfect
the
Californian
pepperoncini
accents.
on. Yeah, California Pizza Kitchen. That's a good pick.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've only eaten there like twice ever, but it was fine both times. They have a pretty extensive salad options.
Yeah,
if you just want
and-
to like do that.
And entrees too. I mean, if you're there, like
Yeah, it's
might
like a
as
full
well-
restaurant.
Yeah, like if you want to order just some pasta or like a salad or like an entree,
Yeah.
you're fine. Listen, it's hard coming up with 15 national pizza chains. I eat.
Oh no, I don't. Yeah, I don't mean they like don't fit. Just like and also I want to be supportive of people. Barbecue chicken pizza is like so disgusting.
Horrible.
It
That's
is
such a
yeah.
awful
horrible.
idea.
Any pizza without red sauce, I can't really fuck with.
Side note,
like a white pizza even.
I
Oh,
don't-
that's enjoyable.
well,
It's a good time.
Mr. Charlottesville over here. His pizza. I do really like a buffalo chicken pizza with a buffalo sauce and chicken.
Okay.
And chicken. It's not like
Yeah, it
a
sounds gross,
flatbread.
but- Yeah.
no, it's not pizza. But if you like buffalo, like I do, like the buffalo sauce, like that orange, I love buffalo wings.
Yeah.
If you have that speaks to me. That sings to me. I like it.
All right. That makes sense. Whose turn is it?
I think
You.
you're up.
Is it
Adam.
me?
Yeah.
All right.
We're going clockwise, son.
Yeah, we are. What am I? All right. I will go. I'll go national for one. But this isn't super national, but it's national. Formerly owned, I think still owned by Herman Cain,
Oh boy.
which that's a knock against it, I'm not going to lie. But phenomenal pizza at Godfather's.
Yeah.
Godfather's, in Illinois, that was the fucking delivery pizza. If you lived near a Godfather's, you were living.
Oh, I did not live near one. I
It-
never knew it. Yeah.
It was
I know of it. I don't think I've ever had it.
they they specialize in a deep dish pizza, but not like Chicago deep dish. It's still formulated like a regular pizza where it's crust, sauce, cheese, toppings, but they call it golden crust, and it's this like
Good name.
thick, doughy crust that's still kind of crispy, but the cheese they use, I don't know what fucking cows Herman Cain has holed up in his fucking lair, but they produce the finest cheese. The finest cheese.
Wow.
It's the only pizza place where I can tolerate black olives. You get a Godfather's sausage, extra cheese, black olive pizza. You're fucking doing it right.
Wow.
They also have an amazing buffet at lunch where it's like $9 and they just make all the pizza and put it out and you just go eat until you throw up or they kick you out. But man, Godfather's is one of the things I miss the most about not living in the Midwest. It's just there's I think maybe one somewhere in California.
But it's probably like in Riverside or something like that.
Yeah, it's way the
Something
fuck
crazy
out.
like that. Yeah.
There was one in Albuquerque when I was hanging out in Albuquerque a bunch. There was one there, but even then it was like in the fucking desert or something. Like it was just in the middle of nowhere. So I haven't had Godfather's in years, but it's so fucking good.
You've just been tantalized by it for so long.
Oh, my
man.
If someone can get me a Godfather's pizza within the next like 2 or 3 days, I'll take it. No matter what condition it arrives in. Have
you been on Gold Belly?
No, what is
It's
that?
this place where it's an online, it's an e-commerce website where you can get food shipped to you from specific regions, and I don't know if those send from
That's
Godfather's.
interesting.
But like it's more like fancy ass places.
Yeah, because
It's
I know
more
you can
like-
get
yeah.
Lou Malnati's
Yeah, like, or if you
delivered,
want
like in the mail.
or if you want like Katz's Deli in New York delivered in the mail, you go to goldbelly.com and they
Interesting.
go to goldbelly.com, click on the microphone, offer code Brady Boy.
Bready boy.
I've never eaten Godfather's, and the way you describe it, it makes sense that it would be great. Like, well,
It's really fucking good.
I had never heard of it until I'd heard of Herman Cain, and then I was like, oh, apparently he owns this pizza place that like borrowed the movie The Godfather's logo.
That's their whole shtick. Like their fucking mascot is just an Italian dude who's like vaguely menacing, but then at the end of the commercials, he's like, "And eat a pizza." And I'm
Oh.
like, "Fuck, all right, dude, don't kidnap my mom."
Homerostasis says they've been to a Godfather's. It was in Riverside County, so apparently that's your
Hashtag
close.
Brett was right.
Yeah. Hashtag
All
Brett
those
was right.
Hey
Brady
All
boy,
those,
Brady, Brady, Brady
all those
boy.
Hey Julie listeners know what I'm talking about. Hashtag Brett was right.
But
That's a meme from the show podcast. Hey Julie, returning this June to your iTunes listening devices.
So yeah, Godfathers. If you ever see one, and someone did point out, yes, it is regularly in the Midwest. Also, it's if you go into a gas station, sometimes that's their gas station pizza will be Godfathers. And listen, even that is a delight. That's usually more
Well-
like a personal size pizza though, but still fucking tasty.
Yeah, is this like, because also I don't know if people know wherever they are, but like depending on the gas station you're at, especially if it's off a big interstate in the Midwest, like it will be a gas station and a full-on restaurant. Like is this a gas station on a full Godfather's location, or like a gas station with a little case of like,
With a little case sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But Godfathers is like a whole chain of like sit down restaurants and shit.
right.
But they also
Yeah.
like
I'm not as into the little case. I don't know.
yeah,
Can't trust
I'm
it.
actually funny you bring that up. My next pick is a fucking gas station, but we'll move on.
It's just Shell or something. Sorry.
Sorta. Alex, what do you
Yeah.
got next?
Let's take you to Iowa, right? If you're
Let's go to
you're
Iowa.
listening at home, the great state of Iowa, God bless it. In the early 80s, they started a pizza franchise called Pizza Ranch. And Pizza Ranch began in northwest
Yes.
Iowa, right near the South Dakota border. And now it's apparently the most popular chain in Iowa and both Dakotas and I think one other state in the area. And this is a place where you can get a buffet of pizza and a buffet of chicken all at once.
Their
And you
chicken
can-
is so good.
Say what?
and you can like from what I've been told, because my mom's from Iowa, she's in Iowa now, and like from what I've heard, basically Iowa had some other pizza franchises of some other places, and then Pizza Ranch like wiped them out with force. Was just we are operating a much better opportunity for you to bring your whole family and just buffet it up powerfully and leave. And like every other chain scattered. They were like, "We're done, we're out."
It mimics how we eradicated the West of Native Americans.
Oh, baby.
Very similar, yeah.
Well, also
that's why I like it so much, yeah.
So this will sound real bad coming off of that, but their logo is basically an Oregon Trail wagon. That's
right.
That's sort of and it like I don't just mean like it's a Conestoga wagon. Like it looks like they screen capped it from Oregon Trail and put another. And yeah, it's like it's also very well adapted to these relatively rural places like the Dakotas and Iowa because like it's just so popular that no matter how small your town is, you can kind of have a pizza ranch anyway. Like you hear about the Old West, they build a saloon and church first. Like today in that area, it's like you build a pizza ranch first and then whatever else.
Then a Walmart.
Yeah, if you go to, like I lived in South Dakota for 10 years. If you go to the Dakotas, there's a pizza ranch in every shitty small town. There was actually, for maybe the first 5 years I lived in South Dakota, there was no pizza ranch in Sioux Falls because Sioux Falls was like too big of a market for it.
Oh, wow.
I think part of Pizza Ranch's business model is going into these places and going, oh, well, they only have the one little mom and pop pizza place. Let's fucking take them out. But I think they maybe don't compete as well in big cities, but that's a smart business model because a lot of those places don't have a pizza place, and if Pizza Ranch shows up as the one place and it's good, then they can when Pizza Ranch came to Sioux Falls, I was so excited because my girlfriend at the time, her family lived in this shitty small town called Millbank, population 1,200, and we would sometimes go there for the weekend, and I was always so bummed out, except for the part where I would get to go to Pizza Ranch. That was it. And then when there was finally one in Sioux Falls, I was like, I don't know if we even need to be together anymore because I have a Pizza Ranch now. So
most of my needs are met
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel like Pizza Ranch was keeping us together. So yeah, I like that pick. Pizza Ranch is dope.
It's great. And it's also, and like it fits Godfather's too, and maybe some other places, but like any pizza buffet that resolves like, because when you get pizza that's not in a buffet fashion where there's a limited amount of it, suddenly you have like a really silly geometry problem of like you and the people you're with and how much pizza and whether they like crusts and corners and whatnot.
Yeah.
And like you have to like work it out. Pizza buffet, you're liberated from that. You don't have to deal with that at all.
And
it's just a waterfall of pizza.
That's pizza. And their chicken is phenomenal. I would sometimes hit it.
Is it a wing? Is it a fried chicken?
It's fried chicken. Just like straight up fried chicken.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Brat, what's your next pick?
All right. I'm just gonna work my way from regional up to national. So I'm gonna go with the biggest region I would say, or maybe not, whatever, who cares. I'm gonna talk about Round Table Pizza. Hear ye, hear ye. Knights of the Round Table, come down and let's have some pizza at a medieval themed pizza restaurant. Round Table is pretty good. Round Table is
I've heard it mentioned, but I've never been to one.
I Wikipedia'd it. It's mostly a West Coast. It's like Washington, Oregon, California, Alaska.
I remember
Hawaii.
there was one like 3-4 suburbs over from me in Illinois, but I never went to it. I haven't been.
Round Table was pretty good. We had one, but they're more of a pizza restaurant. I don't believe they do delivery. You can come pick it up if you want. They have beer. It's part of this sort of lost art of pizza restaurants where it's like a pizza tavern. They got beer, they got pizza, they got big long wooden picnic style, kind of cafeteria style seating,
like
a bunch
great
of TVs
hall.
and stuff. Yeah, it's like a great hall.
Yeah.
So, that's something that's missing, that even now as 3 20-something boys like us,
20-something.
like if we wanted to be like, hey fellas, let's all go watch the big game and eat pizza at the restaurant and drink beer. There's not really places we could do that. There are like some sports bars that like also have pizza. But Round Table as an experience, first of all, the pizza's pretty good. It's like a bit of a spicy sauce.
Oh,
Which is good,
cool.
Which is good, yeah.
Cool, yeah.
So it's kind of that lost art of like a real sit down. Not sit down. You don't have to wait. I think you order at a counter and they just give you a number and the pizza comes delivered to your table. But sort of this lost art, at least in Southern California, of the sort of sit down, raucous pizza hall. I really liked it. And where I went to university, UC San Diego, go Tritons, coming up on our making D1 in a sport would be nice.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
One of the only two places on the campus that served liquor, Round Table Pizza, right built
Nice.
into the center of campus. There's probably a missile silo beneath it.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, also, like, in medieval themed, how medieval do they get? Do like waiters speak in accents or something?
No.
Good. Because I either want
how medieval-
full on medieval times or normal. You know what I mean?
How
Like,
medieval
that's
does
great.
it get?
Yeah.
The signage.
Great, perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's about
acceptable.
Yeah. Into it. Yeah, and I don't know. That's a good it's a good vibe. It sounds like a place where you can all hang out and it's also chill. Because I don't know. I've tried to go to like see a game in a sports bar where it's like a popular game and like a popular sports bar. It's always crazy. Like, it's
Yeah.
very difficult to see or hear anything. I want like
Yeah.
a chilled out spot to just sit and like actually observe the sports. You know?
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I watched the Heat win the NBA Finals in 2006 at a Round Table Pizza.
Heck yeah.
Very nice. All right, my next pick, I'm actually going to change it. I know I just said I was going to put a gas station on the list. And that would have been Casey's General Store. If anyone ever drives past a Casey's General Store, eat a piece of that fucking pizza. But
For a second, I was nervous that you really were gonna do Shell, and I like ruined it. You know what I mean? Like,
no, Casey's General Store is
Yeah.
dope. But I'm going to call an audible. And for my penultimate pick, I'm going to go with Papa Murphy's. Anyone ever frequented a Papa Murphy's?
no.
Here's
I
the
don't know
thing
what that
about
is.
Papa Murphy's. You cook it yourself. They make it in front of you, and then
They give you the dough with sauce and cheese on top of it and toppings.
and toppings. They wrap it up, and you can either take it home and put it in the freezer and cook it later, or you take it home and you cook it right away.
Self-disqualified.
Well, here's the thing.
So is it like the store? Like, what is it?
But they like
It's like a Costco pizza.
right, but it's still like you can get whatever you want on it.
Oh,
You
okay.
stand there and watch them make it.
Cool.
And the thing about you cooking it yourself, two things. One, crazy fucking cheap. You can get a
Yeah, when you don't have to fucking have your restaurant use things like heat or ovens.
Yeah, exactly, Brett. The overhead is low. There's no ovens.
And the pizza
baby.
in the pizza business, the margins are razor thin, but not at Casey's. We don't have ovens.
Papa Murphy's.
Oh, sorry, Papa Murphy's. Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And the other thing, you can use food stamps to buy it. How great is that?
Oh.
Reggae air horn.
Because
Because of the making it yourself.
because it's not pre-cooked food.
I don't know. I think that's changed because you can use EBT at like
Yeah, it might have changed now, but
Jack in the Box now.
for a long time you couldn't. You couldn't use it for pre-cooked food.
Shoot.
But Papa Murphy's you always could because you take it home and you make it yourself. So Papa Murphy, and it's good pizza. Like the ingredients are really fresh. And the thing is, you can get a massive fucking pizza for like $7.99. If you really if you need to feed 5 to 6 people and don't have a lot of money, it's like the $1 slice. You just get a bunch of them at once. Because it's like 12 slices and you paid $8.
I'd like
for it.
8 slices,
Yeah, yeah.
please. Oh, we can just give you a pie. No. 8 slices.
I don't understand. Yeah.
It
But-
should be mentioned that in the chats, a full-on like Soviet weapons like deals going on.
What?
These people are like trading their guns in the chat right now.
Yeah, people are
Yeah. And meanwhile, we're getting all the sweet, sweet Papa
Yeah,
Murphy's.
James Wardle says, and I'd rather talk about the justice system than pizza chains I've never heard of. Then motherfucker, stop listening.
Yeah.
Just go talk about the justice system. We're not chaining you to this podcast. Fucking stop listening. Go eat a pizza if you don't want to hear us talk about it. God damn. Hey, Brett, what's your next pick? Or was it Alex?
I was passionate. Yeah.
I feel strongly about it.
Where is Papa Murphy's? Is it like a regional thing, or is it just
They're
kinda like,
here. I know that.
Oh,
but
okay,
they were
yeah, all right.
also in the first.
Here, I've never heard of this bullshit.
It's real. There's one.
Googling this
Yeah,
shit right now.
fucking Google it. There might even be some in
Cool.
LA.
I should just Google it, but yeah, it's interesting. Yeah,
I
'cause
know
didn't
there's
know that.
some in some of the smaller areas around. Like I think there's one in Torrance.
That sounds right. Yeah,
Like
Eddie Adams from
everything
Torrance.
south of LA to me is Torrance. So
yeah. There's a weird thing. New York City had the same thing. New York City and LA, like you will need to go to outlying towns near them to get a lot of chains that you otherwise
Right.
Like until really, really recently, you had to go out all the way out to Victorville to get Steak and Shake. And like now, there's kind
That's
of
bullshit.
a weird Halvesies Steak and Shake in Santa Monica. But
yeah, there's one in
otherwise-
Burbank too.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. But until then, you had to go like 60 miles. But then once you go that far, they're everywhere. Like it's just
Right.
a weird. The city like kills them somehow. I don't know. what
Yeah,
it is.
that's what's going on in LA. There's Arcadia, just south of Long Beach, Huntington Beach,
Oh, for Papa Murphy's.
Santa Clarita,
Right, Santa Clarita would be a place you'd find these things. Yeah, it's,
Lancaster.
yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna check this shit out.
Yeah,
But
Papa
anyway.
Murphy's is good. It's good pizza. Like it's definitely better than a frozen pizza. And it definitely arrives to your kitchen fresher and hotter than a delivery pizza because
Yeah.
you've just pulled it out of the oven. And it's a damn good value and it's tasty. It's a good
all-
pizza.
It like its system is novel enough. It almost sounds like something like somebody would have done with an app now. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna disrupt pizza.
Yeah,
With-
or
but they've
something
been
the
doing this for
government
years,
would have
apparently.
shut down. Like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's weird. No, why? I don't know why, but you can't do that.
The
An
pizza
unemployed
lobby.
person comes to your house and uses his or her personal flour and water and sauce and cheese to bake you a pizza, and you pay them $1.
Right.
You give them a loan to start a small business in a third world country.
Yeah. That's the power of this thing. Whatever it is. Yeah.
Alex, what's your? Are these our last picks?
I think I have two
we have
more.
two
I
more.
want to say.
Oh yeah.
Why don't we go with? So this is a place called Two Boots, and Two Boots
I do like two boots.
is
quite good.
referring to when they say Two Boots. What do you mean? Well, we're talking about fun maps, right? Because Italy, if you look at Italy on a map, it looks like a boot. Oh, fun, really chill. But what could the other boot be? There's not two Italys. It's Louisiana, man.
Oh shit!
Oh shoot!
Creole air horn.
It was the bird. Yeah. That is a Creole air horn. You're correct.
Oh, I want that to be a thing. So, like, oh, Italy and Louisiana teaming up? Are you kidding me? How would this even? What wonders could happen? And it's a chain that's specifically in like New York City and Los Angeles. So I'm very sorry, everyone else.
Sorry, everybody.
But it.
It's
really
not
good,
in Louisiana. We should
yeah,
specify.
I'm pretty sure it's not in
It's
Louisiana.
Louisiana
Yeah.
style pizza, which everyone knows about, obviously, but in New York. And
It's
LA.
like the Creedence Clearwater revival of pizza chains. Like you hear the Louisiana thing and you're like, oh, you're from the South? Nah, California, man.
Anytime I need to set a movie in the Vietnam War, I eat Two Boots pizza.
Oh, that's so good. So Two Boots, they're famous for a couple things. One of them is that they have a bunch of specialty slices with a fun set of toppings and then like a fun name, usually based on a celebrity or something. Oh, isn't that fun? And then they also
it'll be like the Dude. Or
yeah,
like
the Dude is a big one.
Mr. Pink, I think, is one.
Yeah, I
there's
forget which
there's
one I
a
always
reservoir.
order.
There's a reservoir
Yeah.
dogs.
There's like a Cleopatra Jones, I think. It's like named at, it's mostly like movie stuff from the 60s to now. And then also specific locations will have specific fun things about them. Like there's one on the Lower East Side of Manhattan that also has like a video rental store where you can get DVDs of stuff. And that's random and fun. Great.
So random.
Best thing about them to me is the cheese slices. Just a plain cheese slice.
Oh, yeah.
It is very spicy,
Really
and
good.
it's also loaded up with the secret ingredient to like all cooking. I think I'm finding black pepper. Black pepper
Yep.
makes everything amazing all of the time. No one told me this until I just found out recently, and it's great. And their cheese slice is cheap. And well, it's not cheap pizza, but like it's cheaper than the other slices they
right.
do.
It's not
And
Papa
it's
Murphy's.
solid, and it's like really spicy and black peppery in a way that other places just aren't. And Two Boots is great.
It's pretty good. I really like Two Boots, and also in addition, they have like their probably 5 or 6 specialty slices going on, like your
Yeah.
Mr. Blonde and the dude or whatever. But then they also have like 1 or 2 rotating special slices going on,
Yeah.
and just every time you go in there, you're like, oh wow, they have it, and they're just calling it, Iron Giant, for example. There's lots of broccoli and spinach on it. That's actually not a bad idea for take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Two
I think,
Boots.
and yeah, it seems like it's like
Really
a
good.
reasonably nice place to work because you get to like do that stuff, like
Yeah,
come
they-
up with slices. It's probably good.
Yeah, it seems a bit like an Apple store or a tattoo parlor where they're like, we don't care how you dress if you work here.
Yeah,
Also,
really.
Like we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
care like if you're really nice to the patrons either. You're just like, it's more just about like hanging out and looking like you could be in a band is like the prerequisites for working at
Yeah.
Two Boots.
I get more what you're saying now because when you started with it's kind of like an Apple store. I was like, the one I go to is in downtown LA and it is not like an Apple store.
No, in terms of like employee vibe,
yeah.
we're like, oh hey, what are you here for? Oh okay, yeah, pizza's good.
Yeah, there's one right next to the Orpheum, which is one of my favorite music venues in downtown LA.
Yeah.
And I always eat there whenever I go to a show at the Orpheum.
They are actually very shrewd in that way because their other one in LA that I know of is right next to the Echo.
Yeah,
on
that's
Sunset.
smart. That's really
And
smart.
I think
Yeah.
I think this was actually happenstance because I think it was there before the theater moved in, but I believe there's one in New York next to one of the UCB theaters. I believe the UCB theater moved in
Yeah.
after Two Boots was there before, but I think it's a good business plan. Be like, all right, we sell this quick food that's like $3, and that people always want to cram in front of their face before or after they go to a show. Let's just literally have our establishments right next to theaters.
Yeah, the
It's
one
great.
downtown doesn't even have. They have like a row of. They have like one table for everybody, and it's in the parking lot basically. There's nowhere to sit. You just get your shit and walk off. It's a good choice. I like Two
Yeah.
Boots.
Well, it's a slice place. Like that's just
Yeah.
I forget because there are a lot of them in big cities. Like it's relatively rare to have a good slice place around, and like it's great. It's just like chill. Yeah.
Good pick.
Yeah. Thank you.
Brett.
Now, if you want to get a slice from this place, you have to order a full pie. Come on, let's be real. I'm going national. All right, it's time. I'm coming out.
Oh boy.
I want the world to know. Gonna order Domino's.
Gross.
So we're talking about Domino's. Domino's wasn't on my original list, but no one else put it there. We need to include the big three
Yeah. Thank you for
in
taking
here.
it.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about Domino's, a company that has made lots of evolution in the last 5 years or so. Domino's used to be shit. I did not like a Domino pizza.
Still shit.
Beg to differ, sir. I have the floor. May I finish? Let I finish. So Domino's, they came out with this mea culpa ad campaign. Hey, we're Domino's.
They do that every 2 years.
May I finish? Brett, mute that mic. They came out with this mea culpa ad campaign, and they were like, hey, which is crazy. Our product has sucked for a while. Anytime we showed up to your sleepover or work party, everyone was like, pizza. I like pizza, but oh god. And you know what? And they were like, and I thought it was bullshit. I thought the ads were like bullshit. And I hate when companies say like, we listened to people and we cared and we're changing. I just don't believe it because they're usually lying. But Domino's changed their game, and I think they are in the upper echelon until we talk about the next major chain. I think they are one of the best two main of the three big national chains. I think they're really good. They have something called a Brooklyn pie. It's their take on the New York style pizza, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's good. It's a little bit thinner. Something about one of the sauces or cheese they use for it. It doesn't. Listen, it doesn't taste like a New York pie, but it's pretty good. I think they've made a lot of strides. I would take them over a Papa John any day.
You're so wrong.
Oh, boy.
You're so wrong about that. And I hate that's been their marketing campaign for the last decade. At first it was, sorry, our pizza was trash. We're going to fix it. And now it's, sorry, our stores look like a place you'll get robbed. We're going to go ahead and update those so you feel safe walking into Domino's again. And it's like your pizza is still a threat, no matter how fucking clean the restaurant is. So, no, I can't do it. I still cannot do Domino's.
I prefer Papa John's over Domino's, but
Wrong!
but
You're wrong!
when they did that campaign of like, hey, look, we improved our pizza, everyone dumped on them immediately. Everyone was like, what a bunch of losers for making their product better. What a bunch of jerks. And I think they actually made it better. I think they improved it. They didn't like fix it. They didn't make it like amazing, but like the crust was more garlicky now.
Listen,
they did a little more work on it. It worked out. It was good.
You can't make anything that's delivered within 30 minutes to every house in America fucking awesome. You can't.
Right. Yeah, it's like
The
pretty
best
solid.
pizza any of us have ever had is not from any of these places that we're listing today. I'm sure you have some fucking
That's true.
unpopular opinion.
What the fuck?
that was a sick own. Oh man.
Anyways, like for some dough and cheese that gets delivered to your house by like a college student in 30 minutes, it's like not bad.
Well, and also with any of these big chains, we should talk about like coupons, right? Coupons are crucial to the entire experience of it.
$5.99
Exactly.
gets you 2 or more of any of the following: a medium pizza,
Right.
a chicken dish, a breadstick dish, a pasta dish, a dessert. And you can just stack them, baby. Stacks on stacks on stacks.
I do like their sandwiches. I'll get their sandwiches
A
delivered.
sandwich dish.
So I did not know they make
Pasta-
sandwiches at all. That's
Pasta-
great.
The pasta comes in your choice of a tin
or a,
or a
bread bowl.
bowl for the same price.
All right. So
Yeah.
this is my last pick, right?
I think this is last round. Yeah.
Because I think these two dovetail in really well together, because I think the reason Domino's will sell you a pizza for $5.99, and pretty much any pizza chain right now will sell you a pizza for $5 or $6,
Competition,
is
capitalism,
because
bitch.
of Little Motherfucking Caesars. Changed the pizza game
Pizza.
twice. First, it was pizza, where you're like, what's that mean? They're like, oh, you want one pizza? Fuck you, pal. You're getting 2. And you're like, no, I only need 1. They're like, shove the other pizza up your ass. We are sending you 2 pizzas no matter what. And when people got tired of that, they were like, how about we just basically give them away? And now you can walk in. This is the dopest shit. You can walk in any Little Caesars at any time, crumple up a $5 bill and toss it at the cashier, and they will immediately chuck a pizza back at you. Yeah, it's like now if I go to Domino's and order that $5.99 pizza, it's still going to be like an 8-minute wait, and I'm going to be like, is this fucking communist Russia right now? Why am I waiting 8 minutes for a pizza when Little Caesars will just give it to? They'll meet me at the door probably.
What's more communist? For someone to have a pizza just hanging out under a heat lamp to just give to any schlub who walks in?
Yeah, that's
crying.
That's great.
Oh, Putin, they poisoned me. Give me a pizza. Or Domino's, capitalism, made to order, baby. Pay for the best. Pay for the rest.
Putin poisoned me. Give me a pizza.
The other thing that is crazy dope about Little Caesars, one of the most charitable corporations in existence. They are so good to Detroit. They do. They're still.
They're the
headquartered-
They're the naming sponsor of their new arena,
Yeah,
Little
they're-
Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit.
They're headquartered in Detroit still. They do a ton of shit for the community. You don't hear them talk about. They don't brag
They
about
give
it as a
pizzas to
corporation.
homeless people.
They run since 1985. They've operated a truck that literally drives around to homeless shelters, or like when the hurricane hit in Houston, they took it down there,
Man.
and they just give pizza to people for free. They're such a great organization in that way, and they also revolutionized the pizza game with their admittedly kind of trash pizza, but also one of the, I think, the only chain where you can get Detroit style pizza.
You can?
Yeah.
I've heard of it. It seems to be great.
It is. It's really good. It's a very thick, doughy crust.
Yeah.
But actual Detroit style pizza is cooked in a motor oil pan. So the edges of that crust get really caramelized and chewy, and it's almost like there is no crust because the pizza just goes, like the whole thing underneath it is crust. It's all the same size and consistency. Fucking love Little Caesars, man. They deserve more credit.
I went to a Little Caesars. Little Caesars has been airing commercials for a stuffed crust pizza, and as we all know what I'm going to pick for last, right? So I'm interested in a stuffed crust pizza. So I went to a Little Caesars, and I was
3
like,
feet of cheese in that crust, baby.
I was like, baby, you know why I'm here. Give me a stuffed crust pizza. I know it's sitting under a heat lamp right now. I'll pay fucking $7 for it because I know you got to charge me extra for it. Give me that shit right now. It's Little Caesars. And they were like, yeah, it'll be 15 minutes.
Because they've spoiled you. They've spoiled us.
Yeah, but not enough people order the stuffed crust pizza for us to have just one waiting. So I got to fire that one up for, 15 minutes. You know what I did? I asked for a refund and I left. True story about my life.
Refund.
True story. refund.
We haven't talked about Crazy Bread. Crazy Bread is
the
incredible.
Crazy Bread is so good.
It's like the best thing they do, and it's amazing.
Those are arguably the best breadsticks in the pizza game.
I think they might be. Yeah.
The texture is so, like, they're chewy in the middle, but they don't like get so. Oh,
I think they might be second to Olive Garden in just the breadstick game.
Yeah,
Like, period. Like, it's really, really good.
Yeah, I forgot
We're
about
going to say
the
this for a
Crazy
different
Bread.
podcast, but Olive Garden sucks.
Oh, disagree.
Oh, that's a controversial opinion, Brett.
A unpopular opinion.
I don't have that on my soundboard. I have to add it.
Sorry, bro. There we go.
Yeah. Is the owner the same guy who owns like the Tigers and the Red Wings? Is it that guy?
I think
Mike
it,
Ilitch.
yeah, I think it
Yeah.
might be.
'Cause
and
I-
they're, by all accounts, just a great fucking family that does good shit for the community.
Because when we were talking about Papa John and Herman Cain and stuff, I was thinking like, oh man, it's too bad that those specific ones are owned by like mean businessmen. And then I had the thought like, well, they're probably all owned by mean businessmen, and this might be the exception.
Yeah,
There you go.
Little Caesars as a corporation they are a positive force in the world, except for the part where they're feeding us all $5 pizzas. But at the same time, how great is a $5 pizza?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the dollar slice principle multiplied
Right.
out. Like it's the true version of
Or
that.
you can
don't have to
upgrade
make
to
it.
the
But it's
Detroit
less.
style.
A
for
pizza's like 8 slices.
Oh yeah, you're buying in bulk or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 79 cents a slice, baby.
It's also Little Caesars is the only pizza I've eaten in a cemetery. Because they do movie screenings in LA at Hollywood Forever, and then there's
yeah.
a Little
There's
Caesars location like next to the line to get in. So it's just a train of people walking Little Caesars into a cemetery.
It's the same
to
as
eat it on graves. Like it's really weird.
it's the same as my two boots theory of like, oh, let's put it next to popular theaters and music venues. But Little Caesars are like, listen, we're budget. What can we afford? A cemetery. A cemetery that shows movies in it 7 nights a year.
Yeah.
Sold. Where do I sign?
I'm going to go see LA Witch at that cemetery.
Oh,
They're a good band.
cool.
They're there in May, I think. And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going to have Little Caesars now that I know there's one
Oh yeah, baby.
I haven't
Yeah,
had Little
it's,
Caesars.
Like,
I
west
lived,
of the entrance, yeah.
I lived with Josh Denny for a while. We were roommates, and there was a Little Caesars a block from our apartment. So I had a lot of Little Caesars when I was in Burbank, but haven't had it since.
It's good.
Great
It's,
stuff.
yeah, crazy bread, man. Like it's
That crazy bread is a winner.
they could just
It's
change
crazy.
They could just change the restaurant to be called like Crazy Bread.
Yeah.
and I would
Crazy, crazy.
Yeah. crazy.
All right, Alex, what is your last pick?
This is very regional. It's Joe's Pizza, and Joe's Pizza is like a semi-chain. There's also a similar one that's Ray's Pizza. Just in New York City, there is this slew of locations of like kind of hole-in-the-wall pizza places that do like the New York slice pizza you think
Right.
of. And Joe's, in particular, the one in Greenwich Village, it's like very good, very inexpensive. Also, if you go to a New York style place, you can get Sicilian slices, and Sicilian slices are fantastic. It's really great. It's not like the just square cut of a normal pizza. It's like a whole different thing.
It's like a different- it's
it's
more
like
cakey.
pillowy.
Pillowy,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh baby, and it's like a large rectangle of pizza, and it really changes the whole like slice pizza game. I always get one Sicilian, one regular slice. I don't know if I'm selling this place enough. It's like a really exciting. Like slice pizza is such a pedestrian driven thing, and like Joe's has risen to the top of the most pedestrian driven city, New York City. So like they must know what they're doing. They're very good. Yeah.
Yeah, I have eaten at Joe's Pizza, and
Yeah.
it's tasty. I'm not a huge fan of New York pizza, but in New York, it's usually pretty good. But
Yeah.
once you get outside of New York, it's always kind of trash.
Yeah. Well, it's a very effective lifestyle thing too. Like especially
Yeah.
when I had very little money living in New York. Like 2 slices of cheese and a drink is a reasonable price.
Yeah.
And very good. And
Yeah.
you do it once in a while. It's great. Really good.
Joe's Pizza. Alex's
Run
last
for
pick.
breakfast says Schmitty with the 0 votes last pick. That may be true. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Brett, what's your last pick?
You know it from the architecture. You know it from the slogans. You know it from the television screen. It's Pizza Hut, baby! I don't know why anyone would vote for this shit. I want to talk. I want to talk about Pizza Hut, an incredible company. But I want to talk about the man behind the man. I want to talk about Yum Brands. Yum Brands is a company. I'm at the Pizza Hut. I'm at the Taco Bell. I'm at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell and KFC because they also own KFC too. And sometimes you see a combination KFC and Taco Bell. Sometimes
Or a
you see-
KFC LJS.
The fuck is an LJS?
Long John Silver's, you
Oh
piece of
shit! Do they own LJS?
And
They're
Van-
under the Yum?
In Van Nuys, LJS entrees with KFC sides. Mwah! Living the dream. Game changer.
I want to dip
but-
some cod in macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, is that like fish and potatoes or something? Like, what is
Yes. Fish and mashed potatoes. What's it to you?
Yum Brands, based out of Kentucky, is a company that understands my needs as a growing boy.
Yeah.
I drink beer. I smoke legal marijuana. I gorge myself with horrible foods. I love experimentation. I understand, as I mentioned earlier, that maybe the highest a food can go that can be delivered to your house in 30 minutes, owned by a national brand, is maybe like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. So Yum Brands knows this, that like the best we can do is a 6 or 7 out of 10. And Domino's, they're out there trying to fucking save the world. Little John's are out there trying to
Little John's?
Little
Ah,
Caesars.
skeet.
Little Caesars is just trying to rebuild Detroit from the rubble. And then in the Mexican space, they go, all right, there's a lot of Mexican food here."
Mexican space.
Talking about silos, man. Talking about verticals, bruh. Talking maybe in the fried
Right.
chicken space, maybe everyone has Gus's. Everyone has their local spots for Mexican and for fried chicken.
Oh man, I still appreciate you turning me on to Gus's. And
So
it's
good.
the best.
So Pizza Hut, Yum Brands, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, KFC is like, all right, if the best we can do is a 6 out of 7, Why don't we make the Dorito the whole taco? Why don't we make the bread chicken? Why don't we put cheese in the crust? Why don't we give you a dinner box?
Yeah.
Yum Brands is the most experimental food company in America. And I love the experimentation. It's like, if you're going to eat shit, you might as well have this one that's like Mountain Dew that you drink through a breadstick straw. Fuck yes! Give me Pizza Hut, bro. Give me that. Every time Pizza Hut has a commercial, I'm like, be quiet, everyone in this house. They're about to pitch me something that's so stupid that I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Taco Bell, same thing with KFC. I love what they do as a company.
It's pretty magical.
That's an impassioned plea for
Oh,
sure.
man. Yes.
It is actually, Pizza Hut is my favorite of the big chains in terms of just the quality of their pizza. And also, if you can still find one, a sit-down Pizza Hut,
Yeah, man.
that is living. When you have a Pizza Hut pizza that's still in the pan that they cooked it in when they bring it to your table, game changer. It's completely different. It's
Yes.
so good.
Speaking of changing
Yes.
the game, have you ever been to a Pizza Hut lunch buffet?
Yes.
Pizza Hut at their brick and mortar locations that have their restaurant locations, they have a lunch buffet.
Yep.
For like $10. They're just rolling out the pizzas. They're rolling out the breadsticks. They're rolling out the pasta. They're rolling out the Cinna sticks.
Did
And
that
if-
like a lead singer.
And if you catch an employee up there and you're like, hey, it would be cool if there was some sausage and mushroom, they'll just bring one out in a few minutes.
Fuck yeah.
Just put it out for the room.
Where I went to high school as an upperclassman, you were allowed to leave the campus for lunch.
Ooh, open lunch.
And baby, you know I got that pizza buffet once a week. Just how much pizza can you stuff in your mouth for 45 minutes?
My high school brought in Pizza Hut on Fridays.
Same. No,
Yeah.
not on Friday. It was like,
Whoa,
most days.
what?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
that's living.
pretty tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's a good pick.
Pizza Hut. How could you not?
Well, did you guys? My grade school, there was like a reading program.
The Book It program.
Yes, and so through Book It, I would win a personal pan pizza for reading books, and then we would go to a brick and mortar Pizza Hut by Yorktown Mall, and we would eat. We would just enjoy the whole experience, right? Because,
Yeah.
like you say, it's better, fresher in the sit-down one. They had a couple of video game consoles.
Yep.
It was
like
great.
the Simpsons arcade game.
Yeah, they had Cruising USA. Sick.
Yeah. Yeah. A
Yeah.
Pizza Hut pizza, if you order it in the store, phenomenal. They're
Yeah, yeah.
so fucking good. It's just the process. And they have recently, I didn't think this would matter. I thought it was some hokey bullshit. Like they were pitching the secret to me or whatever. But they have changed the design of their bags. So their pizza shows up piping fucking hot now. Unless it takes like
Oh.
an hour and a half, which does
Like
sometimes
the
happen
delivery
also.
guy's bag. is
Yes.
like- yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
Good.
I like it.
And Brad, you talked about like, oh, they do crazy versions of pizza and stuff. They really do that a lot. Like when I was working at College Humor, there was a Pizza Hut in Dubai that rolled out the cheeseburger crown pizza, which is where
Oh, yeah.
it's a pizza with tiny miniature cheeseburger sliders dotted along the entire crust, just like the entire thing.
Remember they had hot dog crust pizza at one point?
Yes, actually, yes, I do. That's amazing. Right?
Yeah,
too.
and I've never finished a slice of pizza and been like, you know what I need now? About a dozen hot dogs.
like 3 foot of hot dog. Yeah.
You shouldn't have to ask for mustard with your pizza, but god damn it, I'm doing it right now.
And then the Dubai one, College Humor like flew a guy there to try it, and it was like gonna be just a bit, and then he also ended up enjoying the pizza. Like it was pretty cool. He thought, yeah,
Nice. Yeah, that's a
because
good
they're
pick.
innovators.
All right, so now we have to start cutting some shit.
All right.
Let's go in reverse order. Brett, you do the first cut. First cut is the deepest. It's Cat Stevens' song.
I just don't understand anything about this place. I don't understand how they spell their name. I don't understand. I don't even remember you describing it to me. So goodbye, Monocal's Pizza.
It's Monocles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Monocals.
yeah.
It did a little bit keep sounding like you were recommending wearing monocles, which is like fun.
Which I do. So I do recommend that. Alex, what do you want to cut?
Right. I think I'm going to cut one of each of yours in the process.
Yeah,
of
that's
this.
what I'm gonna do.
Just distribute the pain. I think I don't even though I live here, I don't like the concept of California Pizza Kitchen. I don't care for
That's
it.
fair. It's more of a restaurant.
Well, and it's like a laboratory experimental kind of place, but they don't like check if the experiments work. You know what I mean? Like they just keep serving the thing. I'm out.
I'm gonna cut Two Brothers just because I've never even heard.
That's
of
fair.
that.
I think that's fine. All right. I'm gonna cut because it seemed to enjoy you guys so much, and because I hate imperialism. I'm gonna get rid of Pizza Ranch.
Oh, you monster!
Man. You were gonna
And a pall falls over the room.
yeah.
That was mean.
You have lost the heartland, my friend.
I don't care. I don't care.
Alex,
No, it's fine.
what are you cutting?
All right. I mean, I think I'm gonna cut. I think I gotta cut Godfathers just because, like, there's a couple there that I haven't
Adam's
eaten
fucking
at.
face right now.
So
oh my god!
I know. So I'm a big weirdo who hasn't eaten at Chuck E. Cheese or Godfather's or Papa Murphy's, and I'm just gonna cut Godfather's because of Herman Cain.
is still on
That's it.
I can't believe Papa Murphy's is still on this list. Frankly,
I like that.
Murphy's is gonna win.
That pitch won me over. Like that pitch of like you can use food stamps and like they like beat the system. I'm into it. Great.
by not actually being a pizza restaurant.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
They're more of like a dough factory with a cash register.
I love it.
I'm gonna cut Two Boots just because it's definitely it's not gonna win. Like no one's gonna vote for Two Boots.
That's a fair move.
Yeah,
That's like The Voice
I would've
kind of
voted
move.
it, yeah,
Like
okay.
you're good, but you're not gonna quite win.
I do
All right.
fucking love The Voice so much.
I just started watching it with my partner, and it's great. It's really good.
All right, who did we say is doing the save?
Stevie Johnson.
No,
Was it
Liam Webster.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Stevie, hit us up.
And there was a backup, I think, but I think Liam Webster was our lead.
Liam Webster, are you there? You playing Fortnite, bro?
All right, jump in with that save, pal.
Yeah.
And then-
Can he see like the list of what we cut or anything? Maybe we tell him what we cut.
No, he needs to be paying attention.
Yeah, fucking pay attention, baby.
Comments are talking book it, which pleases me.
Yeah, book it. The Book It program.
Can I also our program? It was that, and there was also one called Read Up, I think. But one of them, there was like a point system attached to the books, so like books were worth different amount of points based on the difficulty. And for some reason, the catalog of books was like a bunch of books for like kids our age, and then Anna Karenina by Tolstoy, which like most of the books were worth like 2 to 6 points, and then Anna Karenina was 72 points, and I don't know why. I don't know. I think somebody put it in as like a bit. It was crazy. I feel like you win all the pizzas.
Yeah,
If you do that.
I wonder if we are.
We might have lost Liam Gallagher.
Yeah, but also I think.
Oh!
There
He's
he
saving
is.
Pizza Ranch.
Saving Pizza Ranch. Very nice.
Oh, the
There we
Heartland is rejoicing.
All right.
Rejoicing through the Heartland.
So I'm gonna put the poll together. What's some stuff that almost made your list but didn't, if anything?
It was tough coming up with 5 TBH.
Yeah.
It was a little tough. Yeah.
I mean, I thought about doing a deep dish place just because, like, that is a thing, even though none of us do it ever.
Yeah, I almost did Lou Malnati's. I fucking love Lou Malnati's.
Yeah, that's a good deep dish. Yeah.
But I don't expect that it was going to win any votes. So I passed.
Yeah, CC's Run for Breakfast is talking about CC's. I see the commercials all the time, but I've never frequented one. It's sort of like LA is sort of weird for
Yeah.
chain restaurants in that a lot of them, you can only get like like 20 miles outside of LA.
Right.
CC's
Like, even though we got plenty of stuff inside of it.
CC's answers the question, what if we served literal garbage as pizza? It is such fucking trash.
Man.
Like, I would, if I was in a disaster and they airdropped CC's pizza on me, I would use it to arrange the words like
Fuck
a bag
CC's.
of wheat, please. And just drop that instead. And I would not eat that fucking garbage. They have macaroni and cheese pizza. Fuck
What?
you.
That sounds. I love
No,
food.
no, it doesn't. It sounds awful. You know it.
You really, You came into it very gently. I did not expect you to go that hard at CC's, man. That was amazing.
It's so bad. It's one of. There have only been like 3 or 4 pizzas in my life that I've taken like one bite and went, nope, no.
Well, that's how
Yeah.
I feel about Olive Garden. Is that you're paying for a dining experience that you could actually replicate from home better for less. Like,
No.
trust me, I love Italian food, but I can make a bowl of spaghetti that tastes better and is cheaper than Olive Garden. And like I understand,
I've
pasta
never
is like
gotten
hard
the
to
hate for
I
Olive
don't-
Garden.
pa-
I don't really understand
and it's
why.
like, listen,
I'm
I love
actively
going
for
out
it.
to get Italian. Italian food is my
Yeah.
favorite kind of food, so I don't mind paying money for like a really nice bowl of pasta or like a chicken parm. Chicken parm tastes so good, but like it's Olive Garden is like it's like worse than it's like airline food.
No.
That's pushing it.
No. Okay. Heavenly breadsticks, which
The-
you get
the
as many of
breadsticks
as you
are
want.
Are wonderful.
Surprisingly robust soups. Really
The
solid.
soups are good. The salad's good.
The salad, pretty good. And then also, I tend to go there to order specifically stuff like lasagna that is a real pain to cook. And you want to get a
Lasagna's
restaurant.
not bad. Lasagna's not tough.
Yeah,
The thing
I'm
with
bad at
lasagna
cooking,
is that
maybe.
it takes
Yeah.
a long time. It's actually not. The prep on it isn't that bad. It's just like you got to throw it in the oven for like 45 minutes afterward, which is
Yeah.
fine. It's enough time to watch an episode of The West Wing. What do you when an episode of The West Wing ends, and you know that what song I'm like putting in your mind right now? Like, what do you sing?
I don't know.
If you watch do you watch West Wing on Netflix?
No, not really.
I'm just trying to. I'm
I've
just trying
seen
to
it, but I
fill.
don't use it for it.
I'm just trying to fill while Adam does all the things. But like the West
I
Wing,
feel
which
like I'm letting you
occasionally-
down
The West
deeply.
Wing, which
Oh, boy.
occasionally ends on like downer episodes and stuff.
Yeah.
The music that plays over the credits to every episode is this like bright, cheery Christmas in New York, like
Oh,
orchestral
yeah.
arrangement. It's
Is it
great.
kind of like the intro music where it's very heroic and
No,
okay?
it's
don't
like
remember
going
anything.
into a toy store in New York when you're 9. Like it's when it's
Right.
Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. Anyways, so Adam's posting the
All right. The
link
link
right
to
now.
the poll is in the comments. It's also up on Patreon right now.
Patreon.com/unpops.
Patreon.com/unpops. Give us your $5 a month. How long should we leave this poll up for?
Do
Long as
we
it takes.
answer this in the? Do we find out in this podcast?
We sure do.
Oh, okay.
Let's
wow.
leave it up for.
wow, okay.
We'll leave it up for 3 minutes. So people have 3 minutes to go out and vote. None of us are going to vote. We'll just leave it up to the crowd.
Yeah, you can see our hands. We're not well.
I'm on my iPhone.
So, what do we have to plug before we get out of here?
I want to plug Liam Webster. He is a man who understands the power of the Pizza Ranch.
Amen to that. Good job,
And it's
Liam
quality.
Webster.
I instantly regretted both of my cuts.
I regretted
re-
Godfathers too.
I really meant both times. I really meant to cut fucking
Papa Murphy's.
Papa Murphy's, and I forgot.
I hope Papa Murphy's wins just because of that.
That'd be hysterical. Yeah.
It is an odd
it shouldn't win.
concept, that's for sure. So I want to plug Papa Murphy's.
Yeah.
If you're on EBT, go out and get you some Papa Murphy's tonight, baby. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the rest of our podcast on Patreon, patreon.com/unpops. And call our voicemail line, 505-386-7677.
How are those coming?
It's 505-3-UNPOPS or 505.
Fun pops.
So much fun. They're going well. I haven't started. I've only started including them on one podcast, but we'll get to it. Let's check the poll.
Rum for breakfast is a bit of a
Exit poll.
pessimist. Exit polling says that someone's dad was an extra on the West Wing.
Right now, Little Caesars and Pizza Hut neck and neck
Yeah.
for the 1 and 2 spot.
Exit polling tonight out of Virginia shows a tight race between Hillary Clinton and I'm gay.
Yeah, there's never anybody fun in like what is it like Dixville Notch or whatever, where it's like 8 people voting. Because if somebody does a fun, goofy vote there, the nation will hear about it. You know, somebody should do that. They only ever vote like for an actual candidate. You know.
Yeah, and that's the kind of place where if they would just band together, that candidate could at least win that one. Like they could all be like, let's do the Harambe thing, and at least Harambe wins our district, and that would be funny. And it's like, thanks, Trump's president now, you fuck sticks.
Yeah, that would be great.
Not the Trump part, but the rest.
Yeah. Right, yeah, it would be like in history books that like, John Claude Van Damme won Dixville Notch that year. It's just they all decided that would be funny. I don't know.
Yeah, I would be way into that. So there's 30 seconds left. Let's check the.
Man. I want like that New York Times needle where it goes back and forth. But
Oh gosh, that needle.
it's painful.
Oh god, it's tough.
Even if your guy wins, it like hurt. You know, it's oof.
Man, this is the national chains are dominating right now. So far, it's with
I understand.
just a few seconds left. It's Little Caesars in the lead,
That's crazy.
followed by Pizza Hut.
Oh come on, guys. My
Domino's.
impassioned plea.
Is the Papa in there?
That's because my
Papa Murphy's.
Whoa! Oh, but you've encouraged them to do the Papa Murphy's vote for fun. It's good.
Yeah, Papa Murphy's really is in 4th right now. That's amazing. All right, we're going to refresh. The poll is done.
refresh.
I mean, you can still
Don't do
vote.
it.
We can't really
If you
stop
gotta
you.
come
As
do
much as I like Papa John's, I do also like the idea of them not even being the top Papa in this. It's kind of funny to me.
All right, so the poll is done. Here's what we got.
All right.
In the number 1 spot, Little Caesars. Philanthropy pays. Don't forget it.
All right.
Number 2, Pizza Hut. That's respectable. Number 3, it is a tie.
Whoa. Voting matters.
Domino's and Papa Murphy's. Yes!
Jesus Christ.
Papa Murphy's sneaking it in.
Wow. Sharing the bronze.
At number 4 is...
Well, 5th really now. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So that means rounding out the top 5, Round Table Pizza.
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
What a lineup. I think we can agree Little Caesars deserve that top spot, baby. And the way
very
this
good,
works,
man.
I could refresh right now and Pizza Hut might be winning. But nope. We put it up for 3 minutes. It's done. This will change over the next few weeks probably, but
Right.
that's how this episode ends tonight.
News just in: Ukrainian hackers have been buying ads on Facebook saying Papa Murphy's was the only person you should vote for, and that Pizza Hut is a war hawk.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Congratulations to me
I loved it.
taking home the number 1 spot. Yeah,
I'm
this was
fired
fun.
up.
We'll have to do another list cast soon.
That's great.
Do we have anything else to mention or plug before we get out of here?
No.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, you know where to find us, God damn it. All right,
Yeah.
this was a lot of fun.
Treat yourselves to a slice, folks.
Go eat pizza tonight. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Brett, say goodbye.
Goodbye, America.
Alex, say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. We love you. All right. And goodbye, live stream. We're going to sign the fuck
Hey.
off. Here we go. That should have. Or did I just start again? Yeah, I started.